Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool and this is Gems of War. And today, we have the Invasion as our event. It's a new week. So we have the Invasion, we'll have the week's preview for Mydnight, we got a holiday event, we'll go over everything you can expect in a weekly preview. Of course, it's Monday. So, we have a Mydnight week. Mydnight. Let's do an epic trial, wherever it is. Where's the epic trials at? This is it. I'm dumb. Alright, I'm gonna run this while I set up the stream, and y'all can watch it. I need it. Okay. How'd everybody do in Guild Wars? Me, I went undefeated. I didn't get Paragon though. But, you know, it was Urskaya week. It was Urskaya's. It was kinda hard. I had to face top guilds. I faced top 10 guild. That was hard. Faced top 25 guild, top 15 guilds. I put everything out too, like every fight. Especially if you're a member. Thursday I made a video that everybody could see. Friday I streamed it live. Saturday I put out another video that everybody could see. And then Sunday I put out a no commentary. I think I did anyway. For members only. Just because it has no commentary, so I figure if anybody's going to watch it, it's probably the most hardcore. But I saw a little whiny forum post. And in it, they were talking about how the restriction's hard, and sometimes the streamers' teams aren't the best teams, or whatever. Well, I went undefeated, so don't be talking about me. No. Why don't you try using mine, for once? Gems of War. Or use it right, you know? Just talking to those specific people, right? You gotta be good at the game, too. You can't just use somebody's team and expect to win. You gotta also match gems correctly to where you're getting multiple mana matches at the same time. You gotta take into account the sky gems that are not even visible. You gotta take into account what kind of storm there is. You gotta take into account skull baiting. What's frozen, what's not frozen. Should I take this extra turn or not? Am I frozen? Should I take a 3-match instead to get a mana surge? Like, people act like they're just gonna copy paste the team and win. No, you gotta actually be decent at the game too, and maybe, yeah, just watch somebody. Gems of War. Just forum people get me, man. Gems of War. What else do we got? Holiday? Gems of War. Spoilers. But the forum always gets me hot. Because there are a bunch of complainers that don't care if you got a solution. They still want to complain. Setting up the stream. Sorry. I'm a little bit late too. My power was out this morning for like an hour and a half. We had really bad storms roll through. It was worse to the like Illinois, Indiana tornadoes and stuff. Like it was worse over there, but we got a really heavy rain, and it kind of looked like they were coming. There was a night like 5 days ago maybe where tornado siren went off at like 1 in the morning for me, and I was like standing by the steps to the basement. I guess that's good enough for the back end stuff here. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna jump into the chat. Live chat. Okay, refresh this. There we go. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do this thing. We have a good stream today. I don't know, man. Mrs. Sydney's vacation starts tomorrow. I guess it doesn't really ever, you know? Anyway, so whatever. We had to do the chat-a-thon this weekend at some point. I'm trying to figure out when she's, like, her vacation is. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we might have to do the chat-a-thon on Sunday. we'll still stream Friday. Like, she knows, like, sometimes I can't, have to do certain things. But, alright, let's give to the guild. First thing we always do on a Monday. Let's look at the basic tasks. They're all completed, so that's good. Then we look at the purple epic. It's completed. Alright, what's the next closest one? Epic blue. Complete. Got that. And I give 200,000 more. Go to the next one that's closer. Give exactly 200,000 because I just did 5 legendary tasks on Sunday because we got the world event done and I was happy and I'm like, here's your reward, thank you. Alright, so I gave to the guild. Now let's go get our blankies off the screen. Get our Michael Jackson blankies. If you're in a good guild, your Monday should look like this. I don't know why I do that. You guys have seen this a million times. Let's just go. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I didn't really play too much PvP. Played a little bit. You know, you had to kill brown enemies, right? For the... There's a couple of things we needed brown enemies for. Legends Reborn and the Starstone Goal Week. So, brown PvP is a good place to do it. And then KZ, like Explore 1, Explore 12, whatever you want to do. If you have a day where there's brown PvP, though, like the color, that's even better because every enemy is that color, right? So if you go to like KZ Explore, you do Explore 1, Explore 12, not every single enemy's brown, like a majority of them are brown, and that's a brown kingdom, and that's a good place to like do it. And Explore 1 with like Ironhawks might be faster than doing PvP, even with all brown enemies, but if you want to see all brown enemies and be making progress every single fight, then brown PvP would be the way to go. It's just a little bit harder, it might take a little longer than wiping out enemies quickly with Ironhawks, where you're having 2 or 3 brown enemies per fight, and you're doing like 3 or 4 fights in the time you would do 1 fight in PvP. So I always mention Explore 1, and that's what I mean. Explore 1 with Ironhawks. Because even if you're only getting 2 or 3 browns per fight, you're probably still going quicker than if you get 4 brown per fight in PvP. But if you also need to do PvP, then that's probably, you know, 2 birds with 1 stone. Probably a better usage of your time. Just depends. Alright, what's my offers? I've been buying these. Let's get rid of this. Deep Delver, huh? Okay, so it's Monday. Let's go to the shop and get the troop in case it's useful for the event. We always get Spoils of War. It's a good deal for every single person, no matter where you're at in the game. Unless you're maybe level like 50, then you might not have enough glory. Desolate Joker, you hit Paragon and Guild Wars last week. Baiska is so overlooked. I used Enraged Kurandara though, really came in clutch. I was afraid Enraged Kurandara would be too high of a mana cost, but if it worked for you, man, that's awesome. Grats. That's what I really wanted to use Enraged Kurandara, so that's cool that you did use it. I was like looking at, like, this is the first thought I had. Like, Enraged Kurandara, man. Really good troop. Just that 35 mana cost with no way to 50% start it was like worrying me, because I gotta face like really high level difficult guilds. And like they're gonna get off to a quick start, and I can't just be sitting there fiddle farting around trying to get up Enraged Kurandara. But Baiska, I did use Baiska. I went Valus, Ruthless Defense, Baiska, or Skula. And it worked for me. I went undefeated. Got 2nd place. Pretty sure we can go look at it. Jezebel. We'll talk about her later, but just in case she's good, I'm gonna get her. All right, yeah. Let's look at Guild Wars first, since it's already over. It won't let me. Thought it would still let me look at it. Anyway, I got 2nd. I'm pretty sure. Somebody else went undefeated as well, and they beat me by like 30 points or something. So, I think we were the only 2 that went undefeated. Like, real deal undefeated where you beat the Palace. Like, there's other people that have 5-0s, but they didn't fight the Palace. I mean real deal 5-0 when I'm saying that. Like, I never mean like fighting the gate 5 times. I mean beating the Palace 5-0s. No. Alright, so let's do Invasion. It's the guild event, starts today. if you were ever going to want a team, it'd be right now. You probably don't want it tomorrow or the next day or the next day, so let's get it done right now. Always look at the shop first. Invasion is the tower one, so eventually there's going to be 4 towers. It happens pretty quick, actually, and you have a troop that can one-shot towers, and you probably have other troops in this restriction that can also one-shot towers, siege breakers. At this point, we have multiple siege breakers for like every restriction, it seems like. But you have to get the event captain because you want the 2x2 score. So we want him on our team no matter what. So in the shop, you're going to buy up to the weapon at least. It's a great time to buy. No other time in the game can you get that weapon for the value that you're getting right now. So it's the best time to buy it. Even whether it's good or not, you do it. Because you need the first tier, the second tier anyway. You probably need the third tier anyway, so you're buying up to the weapon at least. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to remember. Like, if there's a weapon in a guild event, you buy up to it. See what it is, though. The Bleak Blade. Give attack and life to all mystic allies, then bless them. Pretty doo-doo. But we needed Faceless Lord anyway. Alright, let's make a team. I like to do upgradable. Throw this dude over there. And then upgrade him. Cut out all the little redundancies. Mountain Dew's here. Starless here. Alright, we gotta orb them a little bit. Can always buy up further in the shop if you can't afford the orbs. But orbs kind of rain down from the heavens these days. If you're, if you're playing the, I don't want to say playing the game right, but if you're doing the best that you can do. Vault events, under spires, getting every event done, getting every chaos orb that you can. Max upgrade, yes. This guy looks pretty cool. I've always had good troop art. Sometimes they miss, but most of the time they don't miss. Sometimes when they make like bird people, it looks weird. But otherwise, pretty cool. We got 12 blue, purple, Mydnight, Fey, Mystic. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by purple gems. If they are a tower, deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascensions. Alright, we got him on the team. What's our restriction? Got Mystic. Let's make a high-level team. Let's make the best team we can. Up. We could use Ruby Weapon. It's the first thing I see. You can use any weapon you want, so that includes Ruby Weapon. Should I make that my high level or my mid? Otherwise, let's pick out the best mythic, just in case you don't have that. For a tower event. Mystics, huh? I'm gonna probably use a mixture of Archdruid Blackwood and Ruby Weapon for my high level team. This one's not too bad. Baha Mata, you could use that with the Sensia maybe. Psycho. Alright, now we're down into the legendaries. You got Queen Beatrix, of course, but that's gonna be my mid team. So I'm thinking Archdruid, Ruby Weapon. This is the high level team, so I'm just using everything. I have everything in the game. I'm high level. I just want to get it done as quickly as possible with the best option. So these two both do true damage to all enemies. And they use different colors. This one's using green and purple. This one's using blue, red, and brown. Now I just need some mana generation pretty bad. Mana gen. Haunted Doll's alright. We could do Geomancer, 50% start Haunted Doll. That'd be 8 mana cost. It's the best thing I see so far. Because I can 50% start it with my hero. Might be something better, though, in Mystic. And empowered converters, you could do that. It's just not going to line up every single time. Green Hag's pretty good, but she doesn't, like, start fully charged or anything. Harpy Mage. Harpy Mage is the this is the best option. You got a Explode Potion and an Enchant Potion. She starts 75% started. The Enchant Potion plus the Explode Potion, she's going to get up really fast, and then she'll get everybody else up on your team. So she's most likely... Plus she uses yellow. We're not using yellow yet, so... Most likely the best option. You could do something with Princess Elspeth if you wanted to. She starts empowered. Let's say Princess Elspeth, Haunted Doll, Harpy Mage, so far, or an empowered converter. Those are all your best options for mana gen. Or you can use a weapon if you don't have the ruby weapon. I'm just gonna continue looking just to make sure I'm not forgetting something. Yeah, I think Harpy Mage is the best. She's gonna get up no matter what by second turn, so we don't really even have to put her... She can stay in last slot if we want. The only thing blocking her really is the ruby weapon, so... This order's probably fine. If you wanted to utilize the Faceless Lord a little bit, you could put him here. But I'd probably rather get up Archdruid Blackwood early. Maybe later on I'll do this. But early I'm going to do this. Get the 2 True Damagers up. They're going to have to really have a lot of HP to survive both of these. They're going to have over 170 HP. Alright, Banner. Might go all in on Harpy Mage. Like, and Ruby Weapon. Like, red. I should probably do red-blue. I don't know, though. Yeah, Harpy Mage gets up either way, so it doesn't matter. We don't have to do that. So yeah, red-blue. Probably the best banner. We got blue, red, brown, green, purple, yellow. We have every single color. We could minus yellow, actually. We could do blue, red, minus yellow. If they have that. Nope. Let's try this. Red, green. That's it? Poop. Alright, let's try this. Blue, green. Blue, brown. Blue, purple. Guess I'll do that. I'm really trying to get up that ruby weapon. Class, we want like a 50% start class, if possible. And we got a lot of blue troops, a lot of purple. I think I'm just going to go Titan, get up ruby weapon. As fast as possible, once again. Rock Solid, Storm Aura. Alright, ready to go. This is the invasion team for high-level players that have everything in the game. I don't know what medals I have on. Oops. Copy? See what medals I have. Okay, Nishas, that's good. Alright, let's go! Tired of work being crazy, Tyrion? I know, I was thinking about you the other day, like I haven't seen him in a minute. I mean, I have, but... Brian's here! Anita! What's up, Anita? Yeah. Alright. They're dead. Boy, that was quick. I'll show this a few times, and then we'll move on to a mid-level team, which Queen Beatrix is going to be that. Hint, hint. It's Queen Beatrix. Alright, one more with this one. Well, I'll save it in my collection for my video I make at the end of the stream. So this will work until they have over 170, at least 100. Let's see, actually. 82 plus 91. That's like at least, too. That's how much HP they have to have for this to not, you know, work. Not be going so quick. And that's when I'd move this guy up one, maybe. Here's the team code. And let me go paste it into my collection. We have tower. We have invasion. What do you guys call invasion? I call it invasion. Do you call it towers? Siege? I don't know. Invasion high. Alright, let's do a mid. So we're not going to use Ruby Weapon. We're not going to use Arch Druid. Let's take this off, this off. We might leave these on, because they could be on every single team. If Harpy Mage if it's an event, like a faction event where you have Explode Potion and Chant Potion, she's almost always the best. The only thing that's better than her is Leprechaun, because Leprechaun's 100% every single time. But Harpy Mage, it's going to be hard to beat for mana gen. And we got to do at least one Queen Beatrix, right? What weapon? Now we need our hero. Almost want to do a damage dealing weapon, but we can't. I mean, it's not that we can't, but we have this can do damage and this can do damage, so I guess we could do mana gen. Green and brown. Could just do the wand if you want. I feel like we got enough mana generation. We could do something with some damage on it. What about like Norbert's Turnip? Makes green and red. It gets an extra turn no matter what, so we don't have to make our whole team Goblin. It could help our Queen Beatrix a little bit. Kind of want to do it. If you don't have Norbert's Turnip, just do Wand of Stars. If you don't have Wand of Stars, just do Essence of Evil, Mount Crusher, Reflection of Good. Queen Beatrix will take care of everything. Pretty much. I might even put them in this order to protect Queen Beatrix a little bit. We don't want her dying. And we got this guy if we need. Catches purple, blue and green, red. Didn't even put Harpy Mage in first slot. Alright, what do we want here? Maybe yellow, blue? We got yellow, brown, red, green, blue. We're using every color? Sick. Probably minus purple. Of course, dude. Every banner that I want isn't there. Can minus red, maybe. Okay, that's pretty good. Harpy Mage's gonna get up either way, so it doesn't matter. Class. Might as well stick with Titan, right? Titan or Archer. You could help your Queen Beatrix loop a little bit with Archer. And have a 50% start. Alright, let's try it. There's no mythics, no crazy stuff. Like I said, if you don't have Norbert's Turnip, it's okay. Just do a mana generating weapon, use Queen Beatrix as your main. These two will kill the enemies. So these are our two mana gens, and these two kill the enemies, but this also has damage too. That's why I'm doing it. And it has an automatic extra turn on it, like it doesn't need to get a bunch of green and red. Okay. This is the extra turn. It did no green and red? Because I have no goblins? Aw, man. Well, screw that. See, sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out the team, so... Hold on, I'm not going to use Norbert's turnip. So I have 0 goblins. So it's not doing any mana gen. I thought it did at least a little bit. It was just kind of extra. Never mind with the Norbert's turnip. Jeez. I was trying to get some damage out of my weapon. Wonder if we can just do... I mean, you might as well just, like... do double Queen Beatrix with Wand or something. It's boring, but it will work. What am I doing? Q. Now that I can't use that other thing, I think we just do this. Unless there's another true damage to all. You see how I love true damage? Like, if I can do true damage, I'm doing it, usually. Unless it's something super hard. Especially early in an event. Yo, Chad with a 2. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Chad likes the channel. Let's look a little bit just to make sure there's nothing could do. It's also true damage that uses different colors. Nope, I don't really see anything. So double Queen Beatrix. I'll just use Wand. If you don't have Wand, Essence of Evil, Mount Crusher, Reflection of Good, Obsidian Librum, Osha's Tome. And something like this, maybe? Archer, yeah, sure. Banner. Blue for sure. Probably just do Queen Beatrix. Minus brown? Minus red? Sure. Alright, let's see how this goes. So I test them before I actually show the team code. Because the Norbert's turnip thing didn't work. Okay. Our weapon's getting up no matter what. So we might as well just get Queen Beatrix mana. And you're just gonna keep casting Queen Beatrixes, and later on you might cast the dude. Tower Killer dude. Yeah! As soon as I heard Mystic, I thought Queen Beatrix. Some people don't like Queen Beatrix for some reason. I think she's awesome. Royal Honey, extra turns, true damage to all. Easy to get. We're gonna have a lot of blue and green and brown on the board, and elemental stars are those colors. Here it is. Mid-team, you definitely have Queen Beatrix. You definitely have the Faceless Lord. The only difference would be the weapon. If you're using Essence of Evil, you might want to put it in first slot. If you're using Mountain Crusher, just put it there. Or first slot, it's up to you. Reflection of Good, I don't super recommend. Usually it's like a little bit higher mana cost, and I like Essence of Evil and Mountain Crusher better. Obsidian Librum would be cool, because then you'd have a summon. Osha's Tome would be cool. It uses yellow. Your whole team's blue. Lots of options for weapons if you don't have Wand of Stars, but I know most of you have it at this point. We have so many Vault events. It's hard not to have it. Alright, so that's our mid-team. Almost low team. Like, I feel like that's mid/low. Like, do we really need to show anything else? I think most people have that one. Let me know in the chat if you need a slight tweak to this team. I already mentioned all the weapons you could use though, so I don't know how I could make it any, you know. I'm gonna put invasion, right? Mid/low. I think I'm gonna be lazy and just make that the team for low and mid. It's Queen Beatrix you can get in the underworld really easily. If you don't have Queen Beatrix, you should probably just not do this event and go get Queen Beatrix. Like, screw this event then. If you don't have Queen Beatrix, you don't come and only be like, oh, I don't have Queen Beatrix. How am I supposed to do this invasion event? I would say, don't do the invasion event then. Go get Queen Beatrix then, because that's way more important. That'll help you. This invasion event's only for 1 week. And if you don't have Queen Beatrix, you're like a really low-level player that no one's expecting much out of in guild events. So just, you know, use tower killers. We could make a tower killer team, I guess. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. I think this is better than any, like, all tower killer team you could do, but I don't even really want to. But let's show the tower in case, just in case. I'm not gonna, like, make a team, but you could put a whole team of tower killers with, like, Wanda Stars or just a mana-generating weapon if you wanted to. It might be decent, like, super deep with all towers. So you go here, you type Siege. And this is the whole crop of, you could just do a whole team of these things if you happen to have them. But these are harder to get than Queen Beatrix. So, like, you had to be there to get these. I mean, you could get them from keys randomly, I guess, but Queen Beatrix is there 24/7 to get whenever you want. These, you had to randomly get out of keys or had to be there during the event. So Queen Beatrix is easier to get than these troops, even though she's higher rarity. But if I was going to use some of these, let's see what the best ones are. Gain 5 souls, no. Eliminate 62 from 2 random skills, that's decent. Conjure a random storm, no thanks. Create 6 purple gems and 6 skulls. Okay, here's a summon. She's the same color as Faceless Lord, though, that's annoying. I'd probably use this one. They call upon the shadow flame. This one's pretty shiny. Leaf Storm. I don't know. Whatever other one you have probably is what you're gonna do. This one, this is the only one I don't like because it's the same colors as the one you have to use. So probably just mix up your color. I like to do this one or something. Or this one's fine. And you would just like put this guy in first and then have your weapon and then something like that. If you're really low level and you somehow have Siege Breakers instead of Queen Beatrix, which is kind of like having Farrakafru instead of Iron Hawks. I feel like should never happen. Alright, so that's the invasion. What do we do next? Oh, let's read the chat, make sure there's no questions about the invasion. Hey, Tyrion. You watched it after the fact? Was you talking about the ad thing? Is that what the secret strat that you said you already knew? Israel's here, what up? Yeah, you could use Thief class. You would get a little bit of green and red. I just thought it kind of already did a little bit of green and red, and then every goblin after that added a little bit. I was wrong about that. I've never used Norbert's Turnip without any goblins. Brian, you build a team? Nice. Queen Beatrix, what is that? Dion says Green Hag is my favorite mystic to pair with Beatrix. That's a good one, yep. If you want to do that, that's a good idea. You know, I kind of went down the double Beatrix route instead, but Green Hag is... I like Green Hag. Green Hag's awesome. You just have to get up Green Hag first is all. So I feel like Harpy Mage is better than Green Hag. It would get everything up quicker, and then you just cast Queen Beatrix a couple of times instead of Green Hagen. But Green Hag is good too. I like that. That's a good idea. I mean, I mentioned it, but it's good with Queen Beatrix for sure. Alright, so we did the invasion. What's next? We do Soulforge immediately, right? Let's read this crap. I always forget it if I don't read it now. Ring my bell, new epic troop of Jezebel. Get this troop with glory from the reward side of the shop. Wave watching, play the new holiday event, and earn currency for the holiday store. Unlock a new legendary troop, a new pet, and even some new armor. Invasion, we just went over that, of course. If you're high level, I'd use Ruby Weapon, Archdruid Blackwood, and if you're anything else, use Queen Beatrix with something. Web Shrine for 20 more days. Got 10% for Mydnight, 10% for Fae, and bonus gold if you use Jezebel. Soulforge. We got Tapasarth. That is Diamantina's yellow dragon. If you don't have Diamantina and you're only missing the yellow one, here it is. It'll be there all week. Okay. The Mythics. Mother of Darkness. Urali. Famine and Draculus. Huh, that's going to be a tough one as far as which one's the best. It's kind of between probably Draculus and Urali. I probably use Draculus slightly more than Urali. So I guess Draculus. He's in that crop of like Guards, Avatar, Scourge of Honor. That crop I always mention, that's the next tier down. It's like damage dealers. He's one of the better like hit-all damage dealers because he does true damage. He steals the life. Can 50% start him on undead. It's not, like, Morthani I think is better than him. Crimson Bat Morthani, or the Grey King maybe. Morthani and Grey King are better, but sometimes you do still use Draculus because of his colors. And his mana cost is pretty low. So he gets used still. And he hits all enemies, and he does true damage and 50% start. So I like Draculus. He's maybe an A- B+ tier mythic. So not in the top 20, but in the next tier down. In the damage dealer tier with Phoenicia, Scourge of Honor, even Morthani. Morthani's just at the top of that tier. So a good one, but not amazing. It gets used. I'd say Urali's number 2. Because it participates in the Scorpius Urali thing. Where Scorpius kills multiple enemies, instant kills. And that's still a decent team. Does true damage to all enemies boosted by Naga and undead allies and summons a bone Naga. So true damage to all with the summon. And then it poisons all enemies on 4 or 5 gym match. And that's what Scorpius needs to instant kill the enemies to be poisoned. So usually you do Scorpius Urali if you're going to do Urali. But she can be used sometimes for like a world event or something. She's not only with Scorpius. But she also suffers from being from Mist of Scales and being a Naga. Divine Naga just like Takshaka, so... She is a little bit further down. I'd say a B- or something like that. Draculus is the best, and then Urali. Then maybe Mother of Darkness, I guess. She got a giant nerf when they nerfed the Night Spider. She used to be meta. She was meta there for like, what, 3 months, 4 months? Maybe a little bit longer. If anybody remembers when Mother of Darkness was like pretty much meta, put it in the chat. 24 blue, red, brown, Darkstone, Demon, Rogue. Deal true damage to an enemy and the enemy below them, boosted by purple gems. If an enemy dies, create 12 purple gems. Otherwise, summon 2 Sisters of Shadows. So what would happen is you would just keep looping on purple and doing true damage to multiple enemies. Flicks bleed to all enemies, matching 4 or more gems. So now it's kind of just like an average troop. So they nerfed the thing that like made it work really good. The way they nerfed it was they made them web gems instead of purple for the Night Spider. So now you're webbing yourself. Totally screwed up that team. And Famine. It's probably in the bottom. It's like a D tier mythic at this point, probably, but it's the best of the Apocalypse mythics, I guess. 24 green, yellow, brown, Apocalypse Demon Mystic. Drain mana from all enemies. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by mana drained. No good traits. It's annoying, but you're probably never going to use it. So that is the mythics. If you're going to get anything, it should probably be Draculus. Or keep saving. Alright, the legendaries. We have Scion, Autumnal Imp, King Highforge. Why do they put one of them way down here in the Dark Oracle? Oh, we got an ore. Give 65 life and bless all allies, or deal damage and curse all enemies, or... At least it has that third trait, I guess. King Highforge is probably the best, just because it's a 50% start and you want to get all of those. It's like a toolbox weapon is what I compare these to sometimes. It's the best legendary available at the moment. Plus it's shiny. It stuns the last two enemies and deals damage to them, boosted by allied dwarves, and summons a random dwarf. Even its spell is like okay. And it's shiny, and it's 50% start. So that's the best legendary available at the moment, but it's not a top 20. It's a 50% start that you want to get eventually and have all of. Scion might be second, I guess. 15 blue, purple, Darkstone Demon. Deal true scatter damage. Drain 7 mana from all enemies. Steal enemy mana when dealing scald damage. It's, you know, B-, C+, something like that. Nothing crazy. It's another one that's annoying to see, like, on defense, kind of. Like Famine. But a little bit better, I guess. Got Autumnal Imp or the or guy. Probably more likely to use this for its third trait than the Autumnal Imp, I guess. But still don't like it very much. I think it's below average at best. Stinky spell. And you'd have to be like looping and casting a bunch to get a bunch of good gargoyle gems, I guess. You could probably do something way better than this too. So it's below average at best. But you might not have it. Check and see if you have it. It was like it came into the game like through a holiday event or something. You might want to see if you have it if you're collection purposes. And Autumnal Imp. Imps are almost always the worst. It's not. It might be the best imp, but still, it's like Famine being the best Apocalypse mythic. You're never gonna use an imp. Maybe not never, but 99 times out of 100, you're not using an imp if it's available. So that is the Soul Forge. As far as the troops go, Draculus is the best, and the 50% start for Dwarf is useful. Alright, weapons. Get this weapon in the invasion. Don't get it here, but it's also available here if you don't have gems or something. If I don't mention it, it's always here. Arcane Edge is doo-doo. Blackwood Staff. Huh. It's interesting, but not great. Temporal Scythe? That's a good one. Somehow you don't have this, which I think you probably do, right? Does anybody not have this? This is like the new, This is the new, like, Black Manacles. Once you get this, you don't use Black Manacles anymore, for real. I mean, you could still, because Black Manacles has a chance to devour. This one has a chance at an extra turn. And hits, like, just as hard or harder. And it uses the same colors. Temporal Scythe is good. If you don't have this, you should probably get it. I just don't know how you wouldn't have it. Mydnight's Terror, no. Doom Signet, nah. These are always here. Oh, well that's it, I guess. So if you don't have the Temporal Scythe, I would get it. And then this one's the next most interesting one, probably. Blackwood Staff. I guess, does Mydnight not have any explodey weapons, or... It's weird. It is kind of a new... It's like the newest kingdom, so... They need to put some more explodey weapons. They should have did one in the invasion, man. What are they thinking? They do a crappy weapon for Mydnight instead of, like... They could have done an explode for Mydnight. Let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure there's no explode weapons for Mydnight yet. Or even toolbox weapons. But that's the Soul Force. Temporal Scythe might be the best thing available, like, in totality. It's cheaper than Draculus, and it's one of the better weapons in the game, so if you don't have Temporal Scythe, you should probably get it. That's the Soul Forge. Next up, the shop. Jezebel. 13 red, brown, Mydnight, Fey Mystic. Did I say thank you to Anita? Didn't you do a gifted? Thank you so much, Anita. Went to Blue Monsoon. Really appreciate that. Famine's not good. Single target damage. Yeah. He got buffed by being nerfed. Ah, you randomly got Draculus a couple weeks ago? Yeah, Temporal Scythe, Brian, you should get it. It's better than Black Manacles, and Black Manacles gets used a lot early game, so now you have a better weapon. It's like an upgrade. Because you could potentially get an extra turn, which extra turns are king in this game. You know, Black Manacles, I think, is the same mana cost. So, and then the damage, I think, is either really close or Temporal Scythe is more damage. And then it's a 20% chance to devour, you know, that's not going to really happen that often. So the fact that you can maybe get an extra turn instead is better. But this one, choose a mana gem, eliminate 57 attack from all enemies of that color, then convert all gems of that color to either purple gems or terror gems. Choose a mana gem, eliminate attack from all enemies of that color, then convert all gems of that color to either purple or purple. I mean, I wouldn't really pay attention to the first part. I would just do convert all gems of that color. So whatever color you pick, make sure you get an extra turn by turning it to purple. And I'd probably always pick terror. This is another, like, converter troop. If it was empowered, it'd be really good. If it had a 75% start, it'd be really, really good. Unfortunately, it doesn't. And Fey and Mystic, I don't think you can 50% start either one. Oh, Fey you can with King Aberon. Maybe if you use King Aberon Jezebel and then like 2 damage dealers, she might fit into a team. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I always like conversion troops, especially Terror. It's interesting. It's not good or bad. It's just, it's interesting and probably above average at least. It's decent. I'd have to mess around with it a little bit. See how often, like, I get an extra turn, how long it takes to get it up, like, what kind of team it goes on, does it fit well with other, like, Fays or Mystics or other purple troops, or... Definitely want a purple troop on your team to fill up to do damage. But, pretty cool. I'm getting some cool Glory Shop troops lately. You should definitely get it. You should always get the Glory Shop troop. Fully Ascend if possible. Alright, so Arcane Lava Trait Stones also, so really good sneaky time to be getting Trait Stones with Glory. So it's a red-brown Trait Stone. Let's see what troops we can fully trait right now. If you're like a beginner, early mid-game. Red, brown, all colors. Base rarity. Show all. Get rid of this. Go away. Okay. So I'll call out some troops that really need to be fully traded. Oh, Eye of Argus. Megavore. I mean, even her with the bleed. Earthquake. Typhoon and Earthquake. Deathmark. The Natural Disasters. They're going to squish Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and the Mega Powers. Do the Mega Powers handshake. Scourge of Honor. Might as well. Tina, might as well, right? Why not? Not super necessary. Okay, we're into the legendaries. This is what you really want to look at if you're a beginner or a mid-game player. Because this stone, 100%, is what you need for these troops. King Highforge, if you just happen to get it, you could get its 50% start. Magma Dragon, Lava Storm, Unique Storm. That happens every single turn. Shegra, you know, double skull damage versus burning, and burning a random enemy, matching red. Kind of want it if you're going to use it. No. Anything else? Gargoyle, that it just has all good traits pretty much, except for the first one. 50% skull, 25% spell. Herald is an empowered converter. They need to be traded to work properly. Angry Mob, I don't think needs to be traded, does it? And, you know, that's about it. But make sure you have all those. Your empowered converters, your King Highforge, your Magma Dragons, your Shagras, and then look at your mythics. Okay, event key drop table is Mydnight. Let's go see what's up with Mydnight. So that if you open event keys, you're only getting Mydnight troops. That's a way to like target specific troops. It's very smart. You save up your event keys, and you're like, oh, I need this mythic for Mydnight. I'm going to wait till a Mydnight week and then use my event keys. Which that no one ever said that ever. You know, you're usually saying Adana or Zalkari or Mista Scales or Kitar or something like that. Not Mydnight. But you could, maybe, if it's like, I'm only missing one mythic in the game and it's from Mydnight, so I'm going to use event keys to go get it. You usually save up event keys over here, you save up diamonds over here, and now you have two different ways to get mythics. You know, make the drop table smaller and get them instead of like randomly getting them out of glory keys, gem keys, guild seals. Alright, Mydnight. M stands for Madonna. Okay, so the mythics are Archdruid Blackwood, which we keep finding different uses for. Like, when he first came into the game, I wasn't like super excited about it. Because it's like Entangle, Disease, Entangle, but it's really like the true damage to all. He's really horrible to see on defense and Guild Wars. You know, you see me using him in Invasion right now. He's got like a green arrow up for me a little bit, but he's still not amazing. He's in the same area as like Draculus or something. But he's got the green arrow up, I would say. Crom Crotch. He's gonna crom on your crotch. He's one of those instant kill troops that has a low chance to instant kill. And they have to be terrified for him to even have that 50% chance. So I don't love these troops. There's so many other ways to instant kill way easier and better. So I don't like Crom on my crotch. Mortal Officer you can't get from event keys. You have to get them in PvP. Burning Marks. Runetheus you cannot get. You have to get it from Dragon Eggs. It would be the is this the floral or the... It's the newer one, huh? It's the new one? It's the new one. Evil Dragon. Void Dragon's really good, though. So you got Void Dragon and Archdruid. And Haunted Doll. The Weeping Duchess you cannot get. It's brand new. So there's no way it's available via event keys unless they screwed up. So it's, you know, it's not the worst ever, actually. You got these two. Could get... And you have a 2 in 3 chance of getting like a good one. Void Dragon's the best one. And then you got Archdruid, and then you got Crom Crotch, if you're going to put them in order. Haunted Doll I've been using a lot lately. That one has a green arrow up as well, because I 50% start it with Geomancer, and then use it as a mana generator. 8 mana cost, you know? And it has good traits. It's got a good spell. It does terror on all. She's got a green arrow up for me as well. These Mydnight troops are starting to look better. And the ones you would think is like Midnight Queen, Midnight King, but he's not that good. She's actually a little better. She's pretty good too. I like her. So, you know, it's just not a top 5 kingdom. It might be top 10, though. It might be in there, around there with, like, White Helm and you got Lady of Bones and Power Converter. So pretty top heavy, but you got Void Dragon, Archdruid Blackwood, Haunted Doll, Midnight Queen, and a Lady of Bones. It's not horrible. Let's say you're like a person where like, oh, I'm missing a lot of Midnight troops for some reason. Like I wasn't playing the game when Midnight came out, but I have like all the other good mythics and stuff. So that'd be a person who could throw event keys maybe. Or you're only missing one mythic, and the one mythic you're missing is Cromcrotch, and then you might throw event keys. But don't throw event keys trying to get the Weeping Duchess. Don't throw event keys if you're missing Ironhawks or Takshakas or Caffrews. Like, save them for those. But it's better than I thought it was. It's up there. It's like a, you know, a B+ or A- tier kingdom for event keys. Archdruid, Void Dragon, Haunted Doll, Midnight Queen, Lady of Bones. Alright, what else is going on this week? I always do this even though nobody cares, probably. It's a Midnight week, so Midnight Underspire, Epic Trials, Glory Shop Troop, Weapons in the Soul Forge. The whole week is just based on Midnight. So tomorrow, the faction event is Nightmare Circus, which is associated to Midnight. We have a pet on Wednesday that is from Midnight. It's like a little, marionette-like puppet thing. Thursday we have Night Weaver class, one of the worst classes in the game, but might be the one that you don't have on 100. Then we have an expanded faction event this weekend, I think for Sunken Fleet? Yeah, Sunken Fleet's getting an expanded faction, another troop and all that. And Invasion, of course, is your guild event. That's what's going on this week. There's a holiday event as well, which is not even mentioned on this calendar, I don't think. Oh yeah, New Summer. It says it's supposed to go from 29th to 12th. Or no, wait, here it is. Summer holiday event, June 22nd through July 5th. So we got a holiday event also this week. We had a Starry Night monthly Starstone Gold Week last week, and we have a holiday event this week. And then next week we have Summer Advent for June 29th through July 12th. Huh. Holiday event, let's go over that. Where is it? How do you get to it except for from here? Am I tripping? I guess that's the only... Oh, here it is. Wave watching. Alright, holiday event. Use blue troops to fight event battles. Each event battle earns seashells. Spend seashells in the event shop to purchase Epinema, Epinema's Merchild, and more. Event ends in 13 days and 15 hours. Alright, so you just fight these fights every day, and it doesn't even matter which one you pick, honestly. I'm pretty sure you can pick the lowest level if you want. You can pick the highest level just to make sure if you want. That's how I do it. I pick the highest level just to 100% make sure I'm getting the most points that I can get. But supposedly it doesn't even matter. You can just pick the lowest level every time. Will that really do anything as far as making it easier? Maybe for one fight. So you're not doing too much picking lowest level either, I don't think. The Golden Holiday Battle is a nothing burger. It's static points, so it doesn't matter when you use it. You can use it as your first fight. You can use it as your last fight, and it's still the same amount of extra points. It's nothing. Just an extra fight, extra sigil. You get 3 sigils per day. You can buy more right here for the Holiday Battle Booster. 50 gems. Totally worth it. And it'll help you get everything. So you should buy every day 50 gems. Especially if you don't have the Summer Armor. Especially if you want the Orb of Power. If you only need the Legendary and the Pet, you probably don't need to buy this at all. Maybe a little bit. But definitely not every single day if you don't want to. Save some gems. If you already have the armor and you don't need the Orb of Power and you don't care about this and you don't care about this and all you're going to get is this and this and the golden pet, I don't think you need to buy anything. You know, you might buy a little bit just to play it safe. Like the first couple of days, get a couple extra turns, but pretty sure last holiday event I did not have to buy anything to get these two. Alright, what is she? Sounds like a Like you're trying to poop or something, her name. What is that? You know, where you like make yourself poop? What's that medicine called? I'm probably totally wrong. Epinema and enema, right? Enema. She's an enema. 17! Blue-green. Merlantis Merfolk. Deal damage to an enemy and then pull them to the back. Give them a droopy. There's a 10% chance to slay them, boosted by their armor, up to 30%. So, that last little part there, the up to 30%, makes it not that good. It is a legendary that has an instant kill. Normally that's for mythics. But it's only 30% max. So most of the time it's not. It's kind of like a Scylla, almost. But Scylla has that Bone Storm falling the entire time. Submerge myself when I take damage. Mana Shield, Life Tide. I don't know. These are the type of troops that like a View Farmer would hype up. But I'm not, you know, you're not gonna, it's not that good. 30% chance. Single target damage with a 30% chance to kill is what it is. Single target physical damage. The 30% chance to kill. With no good traits. So I don't like it too much. I think it's not very good. But you're going to get it anyway. You're going to play the event. Go ahead and get it. It's another legendary from Merlantis. And then you got the pet. It gives stats to that troop. Enema. Gives stats to Enema. And you'll get the golden one too. So that's 2 pets for Merlantis. 2 fully ascended. Well, not. This one will be fully ascended. Pretty much for free. All you gotta do is fight the fights. You get a fully ascended pet, right? Then you get the golden one and you orbit. Now you got 2 fully ascended pets from Merlantis. And then the power orb is very good value if you want to get it. It's up to you. If you don't have Zul'Goth, if you don't have Maelstrom Dagonath, you should probably do it. If you don't have the armor, you should probably get it, because it's going to be a whole year before you can get it again. At first, we thought it would be the only time you could get it, so I really hyped it up as like the first thing you should get. But once we saw that it was going to be available again, like a year later, now I'm really on the get the pet first train. Get the pet, get the golden pet, then get the legendary. You are not making YouTube videos, right? So you're not going to get the legendary first and make a video about it. You're not. So get the pet first, because that's I'm doing that too, even though I make videos. But the only reason anybody would get the legendary first is if they're going to make a video about it, and you're not making videos about it, right? So get the pet first, please. You never know what's going to happen. You can always get that legendary later. The golden pet, you can't get later. I mean, you can, but it's a 1 in 3 chance out of like a billion pets. Technically, it's possible now, but it's still the best thing to get because it's so hard to get. And you're going to get 1 copy, like, if you even get it to pop up randomly, eventually. So it's still the pet and the golden pet first, then the legendary. Let's make team, I guess. This is pretty easy. Like, you guys all know the color team. It's a color team. It's probably a blue team. Yep. Just, you know, you do blue teams all the time, so. Do it for PvP. You do it for certain guild events, faction events. You used to love Black Manacles? You got it? Congrats. Oh, nice, Mountain Dew. Getting it too? Remember when we were going to get new armor and then they decided now we'll just keep... I know, that's stupid. I thought... Yeah, I think they even said we were supposed to get new armor. So we thought that getting the armor in the holiday event would be very important because they're going to keep putting new armor in and you'd never be able to get that armor again. But then they just kept putting it back in every year, so... Kind of tricked us a little bit, but... It's okay, I still got everything that I wanted. Alright, blue, what's the best blue? You know, if you're a high-level player... You're probably going to do double Caffrou Essentia with Chrysanthrax. Right? Caffrou's blue, right? No? Is he not blue? Oh yeah, he's yellow, purple, and brown. My bad. So you're gonna do Zark. Whatever. There's always an option. Zog Boom Pie. He reminds me of I don't know, you know what I mean, Vern or something. Gomer Pyle. I guess those aren't the same people, are they? Sensia? Hey, you guys know I put in my... You remember when we were on stream and I did that pet rescue in like 1 minute 54 seconds? Well, I submitted it to speedrun.com and it's still pending. Probably because nobody's looking at Gems of War stuff. But I should be in 3rd place eventually on there. As soon as they freaking look at the video. And I was barely even trying. I could probably get 1st place if I really wanted to. If I kept like grinding it. Alright, blue banner, blue... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Blue, green... Sure. This is high-level players with everything in the game. You just want to get it done as quick as possible, okay? So we have all of our classes on 100. We have every troop in the game. That's what this team is. And I can only do 1 fight because I don't... Well, I guess I could buy more turns, but... One shotty on the potty with the most strongest troop in the game. I guess I'll do holiday teams. Instead of, I don't know. Holiday high. Oops. You could use Mirage Queen too if you want. Sensia just has the Yellow Storm, which kind of, I don't know. I guess it's better with Kafru, but you could do Mirage if you want. If you don't have a Sensia, you could do Mirage Queen as the 50% start, basically. Alright, let's go back and make a mid team. Could just use Beatrix again. Let's see though. We'll do like legendary and under. Got a Sensia, so you could use like a dragon. Got Haunted Doll, you get 50% Haunted Doll. You got Elf, 50% start. You got Gob Truffles. Queen Beatrix. Shagaroth. Tesla. Tesla's good. Just be like, how would you get her up? Can you get her up as fast as getting up Queen Beatrix or Shagaroth or something? There's the Hag again. We could show that with Queen Beatrix. Just to show how it looks. They are the same color, though. I don't love that. Queen Beatrix and Green Hag are the same color. It's kind of weird. Like, if Green Hag gets filled up to then give Queen Beatrix mana, like, you could have just filled up Queen Beatrix instead. I just noticed that. I don't know. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'll probably just do Queen Beatrix. Maybe Shagaroth Queen Beatrix just for fun. Could do Tesla, but I feel like might take a little bit longer to get her up. Maybe not, though. What weapon do I use with this? I'm gonna do Mirage Queen, 50% start Shagaroth. Could do double Shagaroth, too. Weapon, I'll just do Essence of Evil. I guess. We could do like a brown weapon since Beatrix makes brown. Let's just do Mountain Crusher. Or Wand. Whatever you want to do. Essence of Evil, Mountain Crusher, Wand. Kind of making this another mid/low. Getting lazy. Don't want to make 2 teams. 3 teams. You could do Balders though if you're low level. Do a bunch of Balders. Oh, I can't use Mountain Crusher. It's blue weapons. Let's see. I guess I'll just do Wand then. If you don't have Wand, do Osha's Tome or, yeah, do Osha's Tome. Or Anus Scepter. And I'll put it here. Let's go with Archer. Banner. Probably fine. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. 50% starting Shoggoth is going to kill multiple enemies, most likely. If not, it explodes the board. It should get up Queen Beatrix.
Mana surge.
Not bad. Probably do an Anu. You could, I guess. I mean, it'd only be helping Queen Beatrix, though. Anyway, I think this will work. Holiday. Even though most people probably, you probably have a blue team. You could do Tesla, like I said, like Tesla. There's not that many blue, like, mana generators, though. It's one of the harder colors to find mana gen for. Like, you might have to do, like, Princess Elspeth with an all-blue troop that you sacrifice or something. Holiday mid-low. Everything I used is from the Underworld, so you should have it. And if you don't, go get it. Shoggoth, Queen Beatrix, Amaraji Queen are all from the Underworld. If you don't have this, just use Osha's Tome or something. Some mana generating blue weapon. It doesn't mana block too bad. Guess I gotta click blue. Cobaltine Wand? Nah. Doomed Corsica? Kikokak? Gobsticker? Sure. Jar of Eyes? Nah, it's same as Queen Beatrix. Osha's Tome. It's like the real. I think Osha's Tome or Wand. Ruby Weapon, of course. I probably should have used Ruby Weapon for this team. We'll give Ruby Weapon a break, though. But if you do have Ruby Weapon, you could do, like, Ruby Weapon Shoggoth or Ruby Weapon Queen Beatrix or something. Elementalist, like, Raji Queen still. Alright. Low level, just do triple Balder or something. Be fine. Osha's Tome, Balder, Titan. If you don't have Queen Beatrix Shoggoth, which you probably should anyway, you know. Alright, Underspire. Got Mydnight. Ooh, I could use Sinister Reaper. Bleed, Terror, Poison. Got Archdruid. Got Ossifer. Got Void Dragon. You got Runetheus. A lot of good options. What are we lacking? It's like I think we're lacking mana. We got tons of damage. I think we have to use Haunted Doll. Can't 50% start anything else. It's Elemental Mystic, Fey Mystic, Undead, Dragon. Huh. Runetheus is really high mana cost, but it hits hard. Ossifer, I always like using Ossifer. Archdruid, 24 mana cost, true damage to all. Void Dragon. Blue and purple, create bunch of purple. Temporal Scythe is here. Sinister Reaper's here. You have no mana generating weapons, so you can't mana generate with your hero. You're gonna have to do damage with your hero. I use Sinister Reaper just for fun. I haven't used it. So if something dies, it makes 6 bleed, 6 terror, 6 poison. It's a weird combo. Blue, purple, brown. We're already blocking all those colors. Guess I would use green, red, purple. We're blocking all those colors too. Shit. Yeah, like all the colors we're using, it's kind of weird, like we're using almost every single color on those 2 troops. We could do like, this is tough. What else can we, is there any, there's no other mana gens, right? Green to purple. Trying to figure out a Underspire team, yeah. Oh yeah, we have this chick. Purple or terror. Huh. Blue and purple. Might have to use her. Do that. She'll make purple. I need one more troop, and then we got our team, kinda. She's got like. Is there any yellow troops? I guess we could use Fire Lion. Green to purple. Kind of a weird team, but might be fun. You make yourself Geomancer at a 50% start the Haunted Doll. You can get purple or brown. I think we need purple, right? Purple, purple, yeah. Okay. Banner, blue for sure. And then, I don't know what we're going to minus. We could minus green, I guess. Blue, yellow, blue, purple. Blue, red. Could we do that? Did you ever think this would be the team? I didn't think this would be the team. You could just do... I mean, what are you going to do for your hero? That's the whole problem. Do you have... what's Temporal Scythe's colors? Yeah, you could do a Temporal Scythe. I want to use Sinister Reaper. My Temporal Scythe might fit better. Because you're using like less mana costs, one less color. Red to Hourglass, which is more extra turns. I just want to use this. Look at the damage on it too. It's like double almost. But yeah, you can substitute either one of these. And you might be able to use a different banner if you do that too. Like, could minus red maybe. Alright, I'm gonna try it though. This is the high level team. Even I don't think we have any mythics, it's just the Sinister Reaper, which is pretty hard to get. Do you want to get a Haunted Doll first? Blue and green.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
There she is. All the purple. I'm gonna show this a couple of times in case I need to tweak it. Yo! Oh my god, Cat with the 50. Holy cow. Thank you so much. That helps a ton. You don't have the weapon? Do you have the other one? The Temporal Scythe? Starlet's in the Soul Forge. Just, you replace that. Cat, holy cow. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh yeah. Running out there with Chad and Anita. Getting it started today for sure. Dude, it's out there. It's rusty. It's got cobwebs on it. You bring the broom out there. You got the Rust-Oleum or the WD-40 or something. You got to call the garage door repairman. Get the door fixed. And then but it's cool though. Everything ends up working. Get it started. You rev it up. Annoy the neighbors at 5 a.m. You weld on the fart can. It's a piece of junk. You have to rev it up. You're not doing it to wake people up in the morning. You have to, or else it won't start, right? You do a burnout. Lay down Pimp Juice, do a burnout. Fly out the door, onto the tracks. We're heading to the gas station to get our monsters and our ciggies and our scratchers and our fireworks and our tidy-whities and our brewskis. All that. Stand in line, order ice cream and scratchers. Scratch them. Make sure you get 3 different ice creams that they have to make and go, you know, hold up the whole line. Make sure the line goes down the aisle so people can't even shop in the aisle. Right? We're going to get scratchers and ice cream. And we're going to make sure to pull it in sideways, take up 2 spots, leave the music all the way up, all the doors open, all the windows down, nobody in the car, but it's still playing the music super loud while we're inside getting scratchers and ice cream that they have to make at the ice cream station. We're going to make sure the line is super long and down the aisle so nobody can look in that aisle even. Then people just leave. They're waiting in line with their stuff and they're like, they start walking out and stuff. That's where we're at. Might start doing donuts around the gas pumps while they play air guitar in the gas nozzle. Go to the zoo. Alright, what am I doing? Got caught up in the story I haven't told in a while. We got our lantern. Free lantern. Always good to do. Let's try this team again. So we're 50% starting Haunted Doll and Hero. We don't really care about these two, so I'm going to leave it on whatever it's on. Probably Nisha's. Yeah, I don't have Death Knight armor. I should buy it, but I'm totally free to play, and I don't recommend people play the game like me as far as free to play. I think everybody should get Death Knight armor. It's a huge advantage to have. Like, you're playing the game on hard mode if you don't have Death Knight armor, basically. You get 100% more experience, 100% more gold, 100% more souls for everything you do in the game. Plus, it gives you VIP that gives you a little bit of more extra stuff. Death Knight armor. If you don't have Death Knight armor, you're playing the game on hard mode. So don't be like me. Get the Death Knight armor, at least. It's only $20, and the game is giving every week, has new stuff, and 10 years of playing the game every day. Like, it's worth at least 20 bucks. Alright. Green and blue is what I need. We don't have it. So, I don't know. I guess reds aren't red or yellow? Guess we'll just take the red. I don't know. Underspire is always a little bit slower than everything else because you don't have potions. You don't have a chance to explode. It's never going to look super fast and impressive no matter what your team is. It's just how Underspire is. Come on, man. Green and blue. Buckle my shoe. Oh, come on, girlfriend. There we go. Is our scythe? Now, if you're in a harder fight, like this easy fight, I'm just going to cast Temporal Scythe, I'm going to win. But if you're in a harder fight right now, you got two things that convert. So you want to make sure you look at those first, because you could get an extra turn. So like this one, we have red to purple, blue to Doomskull. So you look for that. Blue to Doomskull, we don't have. Red to purple, we don't have. So we'd still cast Temporal Scythe. Here, we have green to purple. It's like free damage if you can do it. Green to purple. But we don't get an extra turn from it, we're not going to do it. So it's just, we're going to do this. But later on, we're going to have to look for that. And I think that's going to go together well, too. Like, the Temporal Scythe casts, it puts certain colors on the board, and then our other things can convert those certain colors that we're putting extra of on the board with the Temporal Scythe when we get a kill. Or even when we don't get a kill, it puts it up no matter what. Just puts more up if you get a kill. So I think this team is fun and unique and something probably you've never seen before, and it's working. A big old red. Got Temporal Scythe, like right now, just cast it, you know? It's one shot for quite, look, 148 damage. It's gonna go a while. Alright, this will be, I guess, Underspire High, because of Sinister Reaper. But that's the only reason. And you could use Temporal Scythe instead. With Temporal Scythe, you gotta kind of look at the... Does Temporal Scythe get an automatic extra turn, or it's just like... It's gonna happen frequently because it puts up the Hourglass Gems. I think it just happens frequently because it puts up the Hourglass Gems. But use Temporal Scythe if you don't have Sinister Reaper. And Temporal Scythe is available in the Soulforge, so... I don't know, this might be my only team for real. Like, why would I make another one when you could use Temporal Scythe instead of Sinister Reaper? You know? Did I already do this? I think I did. Copy. Alright. And I had to do Holiday Event Team, so I think that's all I'm going to do for that. I think everything else, like the Dragon, the mana cost is too high. Like, there's The weapons don't do mana generation, so it's pretty much like you have to use Temporal Scythe or Sinister Reaper, and just the way it works out. It's like Haunted Doll, 50% started by Geomancer with either Temporal Scythe and Sinister Reaper, and go from there. And usually like the Dragon's not going to fit in, or Void Dragon's not going to fit in, or the other Dragon's not going to fit in, and Ossifer's not going to fit in. So I just did what I could with what would fit in, and that's what happened. That's what it was right there. I think that's the best team you could do. Rename team Underspire. I'm just going to call it Underspire, everyone. Unless somebody, if you guys need teams, let me know. Especially after Cat with the 50. Alright, that's everything pretty much. Did I miss anything? We did Invasion. We did 2 teams for that. Like the teams are so easy this week that I don't have to make high, mid, and low, because you have lots of like underworld troops available. Like Queen Beatrix is available for the holiday event and the Invasion. And then for the Underspire, you got the weapons are the only thing that are, and it's in the Soul Forge. Sometimes when I'm making a team, I look at the weapons, like, are my weapons going to mana generate, or are they going to do damage? And then you look at the troops, too. Do I have good damage-dealing troops, or do I have good mana-generating troops? And you kind of, like, decide that way, almost. Alright, my weapons, I have no mana gen. I have to do damage with my weapons. So I better look for some sort of mana generation from my troops. And that's usually how I start a team. Because I'm not going to do a team with no hero. I don't like doing that. Except for, unless I'm doing Chrysantherax. That's the only time or I'm doing Ironhawk. The only time I do a team with no hero is Ironhawk and Chrysantherax. That's it. Because hero is just so strong, it's hard not to use hero, even when you have all your classes on 100. But if you don't have all your classes on 100, you should never not use hero. You should always use hero no matter what until you get all your classes to 100. Because that's part of your kingdom prestige, and it takes such a long time that you want to not... Like, I know you see a bunch of teams right now with no hero on it, because a lot of people are doing Chrysantherax, double Caffrou, or, whatever. But if you don't have all your classes 100, you shouldn't do that. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should get all your classes to 100 first. Now you're allowed to do the Chrysantherax. I mean, if you only have so much time in a day and you're trying to do the fastest thing, like, I get it. Like, there are caveats, but most of the time you should use your hero. Especially in events where you're getting ×2 experience, like for classes. Like everywhere otherwise you're getting 1, so you're getting double class experience. You should not be doing no hero teams for like Invasion or Underspire, or even the holiday event. I think you get double. But anybody have any questions? You want to see the epic trials? Did I not make enough teams? I do have to make my video. You guys could think of questions while I make my video, maybe. Let's go back through the chat real quick. Sure I didn't miss anything. Probably gonna have the chatathon this Sunday, I'm guessing. Saturday, I think she's off. She gets like 5 days off in a row. It's her first vacation in a long time, and she's getting PTO, so she's gonna be off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe Sunday, I forget. But I'm kinda hoping she works on Sunday. That way we can do the chatathon Sunday. Because otherwise I have to kick her out for however long you guys decide. But let me catch up in the chat here. I'm going to start from the bottom. Tyrion with trains. Cat says, my pleasure. Super appreciate it. You don't even know. I want to keep the channel going. I want to hang out with you guys. I love making content. I love helping people. It's just hard to do like for free when it takes so long. I got to keep up with the game. I got to, streaming takes hours. Keeping up with the game takes hours. You know what I mean? Thinking up ideas. Everything takes so much time. It's hard to, afford to be able to do it. But Starla says she don't have the weapon. You got the other one, so use that. We could try it with the other one. Let me try it with the other one just to show you how it would look, Starla. Because I bet you a lot of people are going to be in that same situation. Let's try it with the other one just to see how it goes. Maybe I'll have something to say. Alright, let's make sure everything's still good here. Like our banner, for example. Blue, purple, minus green. I think at this point we could minus either red or yellow, because I wasn't using Fire Lion like that much, and I'd rather not minus colors of Haunted Doll. So let's try to minus either yellow or red with this weapon. I think we want blue, purple still, if that's possible. Okay, we can minus yellow. We can minus red. Blue, purple minus yellow. Or blue, purple minus red. I think you're better off minusing red because this one converts red away. So there's going to be less red on the board. So I'm going to go Frozen. Still do Geomancer because the only way we're going to get up quickly is by 50% starting Haunted Doll. Haunted Doll is a construct, and Geomancer 50% starts constructs. So our hero and our Haunted Doll are getting 50% started. This is the whole key to like getting up quickly is this troop right here. 50% started by using Geomancer with your hero. That's why she has the green arrow up, because I do use her sometimes for this exact situation. There's a lot of troops just like Haunted Doll that do the same thing. You 50% start them with your hero, like Ogress. Ogress is better too, because it's like lower mana cost, I think, too. So, but Ogress is a good example of like a Haunted Doll type of troop that you 50% start with your hero, and then it gets the whole team up. There's other examples too. I just can't think of one at the moment. Bork, Ogress, Haunted Doll. And then there's some that you do use other troops to 50% start them. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of one, but I can't right now. Anyway, let's try this team. It's pretty much the same concept, just Temporal Scythe instead of Sinister Reaper. We still want to take blue or green early. And this blue will also give me purple. Let's go with it. Terroring all enemies, too. And healing to full. This troop is so good. 50% start it. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not as good as Bork or Ogress, but it's still like... I was underrating it, like, a month or two ago. It's like one of my favorites right now. We just terrored the whole enemy team and filled our weapon. That's what Haunted Doll just did. Got an extra turn off of that. This might even be a better team. I just wanted to use Sinister Reaper because I just got it. So Temporal Scythe might be the best option. And it's easier to get. And everybody has access to it right now. So I should probably make this the team. Alright, highest level. We got level 15. Level 14. Highest level to the door. Almost always works. Especially on the 2nd to the 7th dragon. 2nd to the 6th, whatever. First dragon sometimes is weird. But just because it doesn't work the first dragon doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's just the first dragon's weird sometimes, is all. The levels are so low that they're the same sometimes, and then you can't figure out which way to go. Once again, terror everybody, fill our weapon. I'd probably look at this first. Okay, let's see. If an enemy dies... Okay, they have to die for that. Convert all green gems to purple. See, if it's later on and your Temporal Scythe's not going to kill everything, you would do this first. If it has alignment. So green to purple. Let's get this first. Alright, we don't have alignment, so we just cast Temporal Scythe. Which we would have did anyway. I'm just trying to help you for later. Highest level to the door, level 15, level 14. So we go 15. Good morning, Cat. Mr. Z's here. If I didn't say hi already, does anyone remember how many pieces of white pet food you get for 100 currency during the event after you buy the main offering? Thinking of maxing out the number of battles to get pet food. I mean, that's cool, man. I don't like that. You talking about pets? You think I'm gonna freak out? I almost ran out of pet food when I was maxing all my pets. I always buy pet food when I see it as an offer for gold. Like when a merchant pops up and it offers me pet food and something stupid, I always buy the pet food. Maybe that's why I didn't run out. Like, but then once again, the other side of that coin is that you probably have extra pets, extra copies of pets you could get pet food with, and then in the Soul Forge you can make pet food. So, you know, you're spending 50 gems to get a couple. It's pretty cheap. I don't know, let me know how it turns out, like if you're satisfied with your purchase or not. I'm not going to do it, but I don't think it's horrible. You got an extra turn again off that thing. Oh, wow. See what I mean? Sometimes on the first dragon, highest level to the door doesn't work. It's strange, but it like 99% of the time it works on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I was distracted and I didn't do highest level too. Green and blue. Let's do this green, and then we have a chance at a green from the sky. See? I feel like I'm secretly the best at this game in the world. I know that's like conceited or whatever. And even I miss things sometimes. I'll rewatch stuff I did. I'm like, dude, you missed an extra turn right there. I need to buy. I'm gonna buy, I guess, like on the first day. Why does it say I have 1 out of 3? Oh, I was doing Underspire. What am I smoking? I do buy here. This is totally worth buying extra torches for. Alright. You personally use Stellaryx instead of Chrysantherax with the Bountiful Gems perk from Astral Spire. Stellaryx is so OP since he creates H gems. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. But if you're only hitting one time to it's always better to do Chrysantherax if you're gonna one-shot. I always said, like, Stellaryx is better if you have to two-shot. But if you're one-shotting, why would you not use the... You know? There doesn't matter what happens after the enemies die. It doesn't matter how many gems Stellaryx puts up on the board if all the enemies are dead anyway, right? So... I say Chrysantherax. Chrysantherax if you're one-shotting, Stellaryx if you have to do more than one shot, is what I've always said. And those Astral Spire perks, do they work? And, you know? Do they even work? You know, half the time they don't even work. Or they work when they're not supposed to work. I feel like the devs still haven't figured that out. It's all bugged out. It works here, but it don't work there. Sometimes this one works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they work when you don't even have them. Sometimes they don't work when you do have them. I feel like they're all bugged out still. Once they get all the bugs worked out, though, hell yeah. But I feel, yeah, I actually like Stellaryx better than Chrysantherax, kinda. Beg says that Av event I went with Wand, Chrysantherax, Stella, Venerabilix. That Av event. Tesla, Takshaka, Takshaka, Takshaka. Definitely not a great investment for gems if you're running low. I have 90k plus gems with nothing to spend it on. I know what you can spend it on. Buy metals, buy crystals from the merchant offers and the daily offers. You'll run out quick. Buy Nishas and buy crystals until you run out of gems. I could run your 90k out in like probably 2 or 3 months. I can run 10k out in like a week or 2. So I could probably run 90k out in like 2 months maybe. Nobody has too many gems. Because all you gotta do is buy every metal offer you see, every crystal offer you see. Anything that you actually need. Like, nobody has everything gold deleted in the game. Nobody has every kingdom as high as they can go. And that stuff is very expensive. So if you bought it every time you saw it, you would run out of gems. Unless you're doing some mitigating. If you're taking tribute every single hour and you're like running the vault event super heavy, running every single gap, opening every single vault key, you might be able to mitigate for a while and not run out of gems for a while, but eventually it'll catch up to you if you're buying every crystal offer, every metal offer. And I guarantee you don't have every single troop in the game gold deleted, like nobody does. And then, you know, Kingdom Prestige, you're going to need crystals forever, so you have to buy every crystal offer you see, and it's expensive. Initial offers are expensive, annual offers are expensive, crystal offers are expensive, and if you buy them every time you see them, you're going to run out of gems. You can't keep up. It's impossible. Like, if you're doing vault event, you're hunting for gaps, you're going to see so many merchant offers, like bang, bang, bang. You're going to have to buy so many metals. You'll run out. Oh, you want to see what I did with my Astral Spire? Like, I got the 320 Star Stones. I still think magic is king. You know, I want all the capstones and stars and stuff, but I feel like I can one-shot Explore 12 if I get all the magic here. I'm so close to one-shotting. Not that I want to, because I'm not the type to grind Explore 12, but it's kind of neat to be able to do it. It's kind of a flex, like I can one-shot Explore 12. With purple, I almost did every single... I shouldn't have done this one, obviously, right? But otherwise, the only ones I didn't do were this one, and this one. I went ahead and got this one because it's more magic. I might get these eventually. I just don't see, like, a bonus 15% chance for 300 Starstones. Like, I think I'll get those eventually. I'll probably get that before I get, like, this, or this, or this. But I want all the magic first, and like the capstones first, and the stars first, before I get these mana surge ones. That's my purple. It's pretty much done for now. I'll come back and get this way later. Yellow was the other one. You know, there's like nothing over here really that I want. So I just got all the magic. You know, one day I'll come get this way, way, way down the line. Probably. But I have every single piece of magic you can get off of yellow, and I have the star and the capstone. There's no reason to do these, you guys. It's 50 starstones for 1% chance. Somebody on the forums thought differently. But if you keep going on these, you're like only getting a 1% chance for 50 starstones. In every single instance, I'm pretty sure it's just an extra 1% chance. And you could hit this forever, you know, like... Go get something more useful than a 1% chance. I'm sure there's like a really, like certain capstones where maybe it's better, but it's still like better to go get magic or another capstone than to do 1% chance. I'm not going to do any of these until way, way later. So that's purple and yellow. And I'm way behind, you guys. You guys probably have way more done than me, but just showing you what I have done. I did blue, I got it all the way, I got the capstone and the star. I don't really care. I mean, there's a magic way down here. But I kind of look at the total investment of how much it would take to go get that magic. And I'd have to get this, and this, and this. So I'm gonna get it. I'll get it eventually, but not right now. It is one of those +2s. I'll probably get that eventually. But my goal was to get to this. So I got to it. Well, once again, if you do this, it's another 1% chance. 20% chance for the enemy to miss extra turns from spells and 4+ matches. So instead it would say 21% chance for the enemy to miss extra turns from spells and 4+ matches. If you spent 50 starstones. Oops. Never do the hero one. It only applies to your hero. It's horrible. There's like 1 magic on this entire tree. I guess there's another right here. 2 magic. And it would just apply to your hero anyway. People that are doing this one are smoking crack. Or they don't understand it. Or they play like PvP, terminally play PvP, I guess, maybe. Haven't touched green yet. I'm working on red now. This is where I'm at. So I'm trying to decide, like, can I go here? Can I go... Does anybody know? You guys are ahead of me, probably. Can you go here, 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 and then here? Is this connected? It almost doesn't look connected, but I think it is. Every time you think something's not connected, it is connected, you know? I don't think I want to go, like... Originally, I thought I was going to go like this, you know? But then I started, like, looking at it. I'm like, well, maybe I'm going to go here no matter what. Do I really need to spend 200 on this 4 attack right here? When I'm going to go here anyway. Instead, I could spend 100. You know, I'm saving like 100 star stones. If it's possible. I don't even know if it's possible to jump from this to this. But you're getting this no matter what, right? It's not like your main goal. And it might make it take a little bit longer to get to here. But even if you went like this to here, eventually you're going to go get this. You're going to get all the capstones eventually. So why not instead do like this? You know? Then I guess I would go this way. Or no, I'd probably go like this to get the magic. I don't know. My main goal is this, but I'm patient and I know that I'm going to get this too. So why not skip this, basically? Seems like a 200, but it depends if you can jump straight to it. Can you? You buy all the crystals and metals and contribute to guild event. I accrue more gems for tributes than I spend. Wow. Yeah, shout out, Cat. I don't care. Anybody can shout out their guild. Me do me. +1 in the brown constellation is huge. Yeah, that's a good one too. I'm gonna get it eventually. I mean, I went undefeated and like, it doesn't happen. I guess Guild Wars don't matter. I was gonna say something about Guild Wars, but you don't. None of this applies in Guild Wars, so it don't matter. But undefeated in Guild Wars. Speedrun.com. I don't know. I feel like I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the brown, I guess. I'm gonna get the brown. Depends how badly you want magic. Like, all this is like little sissy stuff, I feel. Like, I can't win, so I need more gems, or I need to prevent the enemy from making gems. It all feels like sissy shit. Like, yeah, I lose a lot, so I need extra advantages, like more gem spawn, or have the enemy do less gem spawn. I'd rather get the magic and be more powerful. I already win all the time anyway. I don't need extra advantage of more gem spawn or have the enemy do less gem spawn because I'm not losing. So, but I feel you if like you're losing a lot. And those are, I'm going to get them eventually. Feels like everybody's all scary and they want to try to not lose. Like, they're all so obsessed with the one where it prevents the enemy from getting extra turns. Like, when is the enemy getting so many extra turns that you're losing? Like, I need to watch people play, I guess. Like, how are you losing like that so often that it's the first thing you rush to in your Astral Spire? Is it happening to you, like, every day, multiple times? If so, you're probably playing the game wrong and doing, like, one game mode way too much or something. I don't know, man. I feel like getting all the magic first is the way to go, because it helps everywhere all the time, while an extra gem spawn only helps when you're doing a loopy team. And then, like, preventing the enemy from getting extra gem spawn or extra turns or whatever only helps in, like, PvP against a really hard team where you might lose once a day or something. All that shit barely ever happens, so why would I rush straight to it? More magic you use for every single fight in the game all the time, every single day. So I'm going to do me. Yes, Mr. Z, I'm going to do me. Because the stuff that I go after helps me every single day in every single fight. And it's not like shit that happens every once in a while. So I'm going to get the brown one eventually. But it's because I'm getting it eventually because it barely ever happens and I don't really care. I'm not missing loops and, you know, needing that extra gem spawn. It is nice, though. It's going to be nice for, like, the shovel weapons and, like, any troop that does gem spawn. But the loop-de-loop infinite loop teams, I'm past that now. Like, but, you know, I don't need to, like, do the cheese to win. But I'm going to get them eventually. But that's how I'm thinking about it. Like, you know, as far as the Astral Spire goes, I want to get stuff that's going to help me every single day in every single fight. Period. I'm not trying to rush to stuff that happens every once in a while. I'll get that later. That's my thoughts on it. What else can we go over? But something like by now, I should probably be way further in the Astral Spire. Like I haven't been playing every day. Like I haven't got every single Starstone I can get. I could potentially already have like more capstones. What does the gain 1 to all skills mean? It means you get +1 magic, +1 attack, +1 armor, and +1 HP for that color. Any troop of that color, even your hero. So you're getting +1 magic. That's part of it. So that's why I get it. It's not about losing, it's about speeding up the game, and you have to cast multiple times. You get 4 matches way more often. Talking about Wand and Stellarex, which I use on almost every team. So you get extra gem spawn off of the Wand? That's cool. I don't use the Wand in, like, every single fight, though. I use magic in pretty much every single fight. I'm sure people out there understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm going after the things that I use in every fight no matter what. Which is magic. Pretty much. I mean, there are certain teams where you don't need magic. Well, most teams, you know, Leprechaun uses magic. Your hero uses magic. Even if you're using, like, Rowan. Like, magic still helps. It doesn't not help. You know, if you're using Guard's Avatar, magic still helps. It don't not help. Pretty much every troop in the game uses magic. And, like, every single fight, every single day, for every single thing is the stuff I'm going after. Like, to make every single fight, every single day, every single thing better. I'm not thinking about the times where I'm going to use the Wand. Yeah, I use it a lot. But, you know, magic is going to help multiple things on my team, while that capstone's just going to help the Wand. You know? That's how I'm thinking, like, I don't know. But eventually, everybody's going to have everything. It's like, which one to do first? And then eventually, everybody's going to have everything, so it's not going to matter anymore. Fun to discuss, though. I like it. Kat says, I agree with the magic. It's made a nice difference. But I have to agree if you're doing loop teams. Yeah. Whatever. I guess if you're using, like, a loopy team every day, yeah. Go for it. What is it? The brown one? The brown one. Capstone. 20%. No, not the capstone. The star? Where's the star? Way over here. Add +1 gem to any gem creation from my spells. +1 gem. Plus what gem? Most people don't even know how to build teams to get the most gem spawn out of their teams in the first place. Like when you're using a shovel weapon, you want to use all of the same color on your team and fight enemies all of the same color of the shovel. If you're using like one of the journey troops, you got to make your whole team that typing. When you're using a toolbox weapon, you got to make your whole team, including your hero, whatever it says in the text. Yeah, this is definitely helpful. It's just like how many starstones. It's a lot of starstones. 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 800, 900. It's 1,200 starstones for +1 gem. 1,200 starstones. And I'm not doing that like super often, but I get it. Like as a mid game player, you probably use more loopy teams, using more like Beatrixes and Gob Truffles, and like I used to use Sycorax all the time. But like you said, the wand, I guess. Does the wand do like extra elemental stars? That's crazy. It even counts for heroic gems. Add +1 gem to any gem creation from my spells. I think it does. Does it? It counts heroic gems too. That's cool. Yeah, probably the best thing it does is add a gem spawn to the wand, and then the shovel weapons. I guess it's more about like your hero. That's one troop on your team, while magic helps every troop on your team, especially and your hero. Like if you're exploding, you can explode more with extra magic. If you're doing damage, you can do more damage with extra magic. If you're doing a destroy, you can do more destroy with more magic. It's almost the same thing, but just better because it helps everybody instead of just the wand or the shovel. I can't wait to get it though. Just a lot of shit up to it. 1,200 star stones I could have got magic with on the way to it. A little magic after it, I guess. A little peanut for the turd pile. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one for sure. I want to get them all though. Like, what's the green one? Is the green one butt cheeks? Eh. Why doesn't my game like register what I'm pushing? We all know the hero one sucks, right? We can all agree on that one. This one's horrible, and you're gonna do it last after you get like every single thing in the game, and you probably actually up some other capstones first and get some mana search things, and you probably got everything else in the game before you touch this one, right? Blue's pretty good. Super defensive though. Green, what's green? Reduce enemy gem creation from spells by 1 with a 5% chance to reduce it by 1 more. So once you buy this, the thing that goes up is the percent chance, not the gem, you know? So it'll be 6 and then 7 and then 8 probably, right? 6%, 7%, 8%. Not 2 more, 3 more, 5 more. I want this one too. But it only helps when enemies are doing gem creation where they get enough turns to where that matters. The way the game is played right now, everybody's just like brr, 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 brr. You don't think magic's the #1 thing? I think magic's the #1 thing because of how the game's played right now. Everybody's just wiping shit out in 1 or 2 shots. Like there's no time for extra gem creation or lessening gem creation or any of that shit. We're filling it with Kafru and, you know, does Takshaka get more? I guess Takshaka doesn't get more in its 3rd trait, huh? Because it's not like a spell. So you have to get up the wand first and then cast it. Like the magic stuff happens immediately with everything I do. I don't have to get it up first. The wand, you got to get up the wand and then you cast it and then you might get an extra gem. So, like I said, I'm standing on it. I like the magic first. I'm going to get everything eventually, though. So, it's kind of like, you know, one of these days it's not going to matter what you got first, because we're all going to have everything. What is the underworld for the faction tomorrow again? The underworld for the faction tomorrow. Faction tomorrow is Nightmare Circus, right? Nightmare Circus. Mr. Z knows how to push my buttons, and I think he likes it too. He sets it on fire, and then he's like an arsonist. Glad he can play along though. Got thick skin. Remember, it doesn't matter. Like everybody's gonna have the same shit eventually anyway, so it's not like anybody did anything wrong. Here's my Pure Faction team, I guess. I guess it's like one of each or something. Is that what you meant? What's the Pure Faction for it? Got Strongman, Fire Lion, Fire Juggler, Ringmaster. Oops. So Strongman is pretty good. He gains attack and life, and that's exactly what you want to see from like a Pure Faction troop. Be nice if he had like some skull mitigation maybe, but he gains a ton of attack and life, so you're gonna crush the enemy with skulls. He's gonna be able to keep himself up by giving himself life. Fire Lion, you're probably only casting this when you have alignment, turning green to purple. That way you don't terror your team too bad. So luckily this guy's immune to terror. Fire Juggler, a little bit of damage, why not? A little chip damage, chip them down a little bit. Ringmaster, summon. A summon. I'd probably only cast it if I needed a summon. Really bad, because it's one of those stupid summons that puts skulls up and then summons, and then the summon gets destroyed by its own skulls. But it's better than nothing. You're kind of... You might throw a troop up and it dies by skulls right away, but you bought yourself like a turn at least. Or they don't get the skulls and now you have a new troop and then you can take the skulls. Some of the time though, those 5 skulls boosted by Terror Gems turns into like 7, 8, 9 skulls that don't connect, and then the enemy gets a big old skull extra turn and kills the summon troop right away with skulls. And there's a couple of troops like that do skulls and then summon. Kind of annoying. There's like a dwarf that does it. I forget his name. Yeah, that's the team. Mostly strongman probably doing most of the work, but you got to summon in case you lose them. And then you got some chip damage and some alignment conversion stuff. You're gonna be terror. A lot of the enemies are gonna be terrored, so you might just win off of terror. Get your horde level up, yeah. I don't know what mine is. What'd it say? 200? Damn. Yeah, that's high. I think 155 is a good one to shoot for. If you can get that on like every single faction. Some of them you only need like 133 or whatever, but I think if you wanted like a number, an average, I'd say 155 is a good horde level to shoot for. You get a potion and a stat at the same time, and it's a nice soft cap. You only need 100 for renown, but 111, 133, 155. I even think as like an end-game player, like what else are you doing with your gold anyway? You might as well up your horde levels to make your faction events easier. Like this weekend we have Sunken Fleet, we're getting a new troop. There's good rewards in there. Why not have your horde level a little higher to get it done quicker? Tuesday faction events I think are still totally worth doing. There's orbs and tons of gold that you get for free. Why not make it faster? If you have the, it'd be an investment. Of course you're spending gold to get gold, but like in the long run it would, every time that faction pops up, it's going to be easier in the future. But it's like, I'm not even doing that really yet. But eventually, like, what are you spending gold on? You might as well up your factions. It's kind of like you might as well just do a legendary task. But you can make your own life easier by making your horde level higher. Have more stats, have more potions. For whenever we get, like, a weekend faction of it at least. If you're not doing the Tuesday ones. Yeah, I don't even have it yet, you're right. Yeah, I got blue. Stellarex gets +2. Nice. But like I said, for Stellarex and Chrysantherax, I mostly use them to one-shot shit. So it doesn't matter what happens after I'm killing. Like, the enemy is dead. It doesn't matter what dance I do after they're dead, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter how many bullets I have left in my gun when the person's lying there dead. Like, you're bragging about you're ready, you got a bunch of bullets left in your gun after you killed somebody. But they're already dead. What are you going to do with those bullets? Shoot them their dead body some more? You know? They're already dead. Don't kick the horse. It's already dead. It's like some of these spells in this game are kind of weird. Like, do massive damage to the enemy and then have a chance to kill them. It's like, oh, good job. You killed something that was almost dead already anyway. Like, thanks. But I don't really care what happens with Stellarex or Chrysantherax, because I use them to one-shot. So if they put more gems on the board, then that's cool for like the flex after the fight when I'm like, yeah, I filled my mana up again, even though I don't need it. But you know, Stellarix in situations where you can't one-shot, but maybe you'd be able to one-shot if you had all the magic from the Astral Spire. I don't know. Maybe you could avoid that whole situation where you need to put extra gems on the board and fill up Stellarix again and cast it twice. If you had all the magic where you could one-shot, then you wouldn't even have to do that. But I'm just being, I'm just playing. There's different situations, of course. Sometimes you can't one-shot. But that's usually when I'm using them, you know? But not always. Like this holiday event or whatever, like it's going to get hard enough to where I'm not one-shotting. But for the majority of the time, I'm going to be one-shotting. And by having more magic, I can one-shot longer. Which might save me more time than if I had an extra gem spawn. Because now I can one-shot an extra 10 battles. I just gotta tell my side of the story. You know how it goes. I think I'm going to call it there, though. It was a nice long 2-hour stream. Kat was amazing with that 50. That really helps a lot. Anita with the 5. Chad with a 2. Unless you guys have questions, I'm here for you. Mrs. Cindy does get off pretty early today. I got a lot of crap to do. I got to make the video. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Dang it. Alright, we got to make the video, y'all. Shit. It's going to be out late as hell. For some reason, the last Monday video didn't really hit very good, but the one before it did. And then, like, the Guild Wars one hit hard. It's kind of weird what videos are getting views and which ones aren't. Alright, let's do this thing. Let's see if I can do it in one take. Alright, we'll start with the Invasion, and then we'll do the Soul Forge, and then we'll do the Holiday Event and the Underspire, I guess. So hope I don't forget something. How many teams do I got? 2? I think. And today I got 2 teams for you for the Invasion, 2 teams for you for the Holiday Event, a team for you for the Underspire, and we'll also be going over the Soul Forge, what Mythic's the best, which one's the worst, which Legendary's the best, which one's the worst, are there any good weapons in there, all that good stuff. Let's start with the Invasion. Make sure you get the Event Captain. He has 2 times magic, 2 times score. In the shop, buy up to the weapon at least. It's really good value at this time. Never have better value than it does right now. Plus, you want these tiers anyway. You want the new troop, you want the extra score, and you might as well buy up to the weapon, right? My teams. This is a tower event, easy event. Eventually, they're all towers. This is the very low-level team that I didn't even really make. But if you have tower killers, could just do all tower killers. Type in Siege, and it'll bring them all up for you. And you could just do like a weapon, a mana generating weapon with all tower killers. This will get better as, you know, there's more and more towers. But that's not even really a team, just a little bonus team there for you. Let's grab the high level team. Copy, you can already see it there. But we'll show it in action. We have... If I can use Ruby Weapon, I'm pretty much going to use it. Hits all enemies with true damage, does a little bit of mana generation. This thing also hits enemies with true damage. All enemies. And you have to use this, of course, for extra points. And we got Harpy Mage, which I think is the best mana generator for this event. You know, it's 75% started with an Enchant and Explode Potion. It's going to get up super fast. The colors that it uses are nice. Fits in good with the team. Got Ruby Weapon, Archdruid Blackwood, Faceless Lord, and Harpy Mage. Titan class, double blue-brown minus yellow. See it in action. It's going to one-shot for quite a while. And then if it needs help, the Archdruid Blackwood will finish things off. Bang up, bang down. Doesn't get much better than that. Now yeah, he was ready to go, too. They survived. He was up next to do true damage to all. So here's the team. Bang. I think this is the best team that you could do if you're a high-level player with everything in the game. Ruby Weapon, Archdruid, Faceless Lord, Harpy Mage. Alright, let's get the mid-level team. So it's a Mystic restriction, right? What's one of the first Mystics you think of? Queen Beatrix. And everybody has access to Queen Beatrix 24/7, 25/8. So you should have it. If you don't have it, don't do the event. Just go get Queen Beatrix instead. So Queen Beatrix, Wanda Stars, Queen Beatrix, Faceless Lord. If you don't have Wanda Stars, there's many other mana-generating weapons that could work. I think Osha's Tome is one that I was mentioning. But Queen Beatrix, Wanda Stars, Queen Beatrix, Faceless Lord, Archer, double blue-green minus red. Beatrixes will loop. They got Royal Honey, true damage to all. You got multiples. They're easy to get. Bang, all dead once again. This is what I'd recommend for most people, that if you don't have Ruby Weapon, this is what you should do. Pretty easy. Invasion's always easy, but with a Mystic restriction, it's even easier. Alright, so that's the Invasion. Let's go over the Soul Forge. Troops, the best one in here. Of course, you got the Dragon. So this is the Diamantina Dragon. It's the yellow Diamantina Dragon. If it's the only one you need for Diamantina, it'd be a good purchase here, a good craft to get Diamantina all finished up. It'll be there all week. The Mythics, the best Mythic is Draculus. It's 20 blue, green, red, Galvania, undead, steal life from all enemies. So that's cool because he's undead. You can 50% start him. He's low mana cost. And he's stealing the life. It's true damage, and he gains it. Sometimes I'll use him with, like, Ghost Queen and Crimson Bat, or, you know, whatever. So really pretty good. You know, it's like A-, B+. It's not crazy good. I usually, like, Morthani's better, Great King's better. But I still use him occasionally. Draculus, A-, B+ type of mythic. Damage dealer, hitting all for true damage. 50% start. Pretty good. Number 2 was Urali, Scorpius Urali, and even without that, still does true damage to all with a summon. Its third trait sets off the Scorpius lethal kill. So yeah, mostly used for the Scorpius Urali, which is still decent, but occasionally you might use Urali in like a world event or something. Problem with Urali is it is a Mist of Scales Divine Naga, and guess who else is a Mist of Scales Divine Naga? Takshaka. So, but it's the second best one here. It's like a B tier, B- type of mythic. Mostly used with Scorpius. Number 3 was Mother of Darkness. She got a super bad nerf a while ago. She was the meta for a few months back in the day. But she got a pretty bad nerf with the Night Spider now doing web gems, which will hit Mother of Darkness when it backfires and make her hit for nothing, pretty much. So, not very good anymore because of that. She got nerfed. That's why she's not good anymore. Used to loop on purple hard with true damage and just kill really fast and easy. Famine is the worst. It's an Apocalypse mythic. Those are usually not good. It's the best Apocalypse mythic, but that's like being the best turd in the toilet. Drains mana from all enemies and deals damage to an enemy. It's kind of annoying to see on defense, but that's about it. So yeah, Draculus is the best mythic, followed by Urali. The legendaries, King Highforge is probably the best. It's shiny, it's a 50% start for dwarves, it hits multiple enemies, it does a summon, it stuns. It's mostly good because it's a 50% start, though. It's like a toolbox troop. You want to get all the 50% starts eventually. It's not a top 20 legendary or anything, and there's definitely other better 50% starts, but eventually you want them all, so it's the best one right now in the Soul Forge. I think Scion was second. It's just annoying to see once again. If you happen to see it somewhere. It steals enemy mana when dealing skull damage, draining mana, scatter damage. Number 3 was the Dark Oracle, which I do not like at all. It's or. Really annoying. It's crappy. Kind of below average at best. And then last would be the Imps. They're just never great. You're probably never going to use them. It's not horrible. It's just you're probably never going to use it. So, not amazing. Pretty bad, actually. Alright, weapons. It's Mydnight weapons, so there's not that many here, but there is one. and that is Temporal Scythe. So if you somehow do not have Temporal Scythe, it's the new Black Manacles. It's better than Black Manacles. It does same colors, does more damage, has a chance of getting an extra turn. So if you're still using Black Manacles, you need to switch it out with this bad boy right here. I'm using it in the Underspire, I think, this week. If you don't have Sinister Reaper, it's Temporal Scythe. Really good. Mydnight weapon. Otherwise, there's nothing great. There was like a interesting, like, Blackwood Staff is kind of interesting, but it's the best I can say for it. Yeah. Temporal Scythe might be the best thing in total in the Soulforge right now. So if you don't have Temporal Scythe, you should get it. Draculus is good, but it's not like a must-have. King Highforge is something you want eventually, but it's not like a must-have that you're going to spend diamonds on in the Soulforge. The holiday event. We have a holiday event going on right now. It's a blue restriction. So the levels doesn't really matter. Just pick whatever. It doesn't matter which fight you pick, honestly. Just pick whatever. But here's the low/mid-level team. You got Queen Beatrix again. So we're 50% starting Shoggoth. We got the Wand. We got Queen Beatrix. It's a blue team. Tesla's also available, but it's hard to like mana generate for Tesla when there's a blue restriction. So I feel like kind of rather do this. Just any mana really here would be fine. Let's get green and purple. And Beatrix, yeah, just Beatrix the holiday event. All right, for the high level team though. I'll show the team code. If you don't have Wand, you could do like Osha's Tome or something. Just any mana generating weapon, really. The high level team, you probably already know what it is. You got Chrysantherax, Zarg, Essentia, which you could also do Mirashi Queen for that. Instead of Essentia. Let's show it in action. You already know how it looks though, probably, because it's used for quite a bit. Paste it in. Can't use Kafru, so we're using Zarg. Oops. So I gotta buy some more. We can do the golden one. Remember, the gold one doesn't matter. It's like a static amount of points. So you can use it now, you can use it the last day, and it still gives the same amount. I wish it was like a percentage to where it actually mattered when you used it. Like if you used it on harder fights, it would give you more points or something, but it's not. That's not how it works, so. Xanthrax hits the hardest out of anything in the game, so when you can use it, you use it. And that is that. That's what I'm going to use. Holiday High. There you go. If you still need to level classes, make sure you do like the other team, I would say. But if you got all your classes on 100, feel free to do a team with no hero. Last thing, Underspire. If you need anything else, check out the stream, Event Key Drop Table, Glory Shop. We talked about all kinds of stuff on the live stream. Alright, this is the team I like for Underspire, and it's pretty unique and fun. And I didn't think I would make this team, and somehow it's what I'm using. Got Haunted Doll, Midnight Queen, Temporal Scythe, Fire Lion. Geomancer, double blue, purple, minus red. It's pretty fun. The problem with this restriction for this Underspire is the weapons. There's no mana generating weapons. So you almost have to use either Temporal Scythe or Sinister Reaper. I'm going to use Sinister Reaper just for fun, but I think Temporal Scythe might be slightly better. It's lower mana cost and it has a chance at an extra turn. But if you have Sinister Reaper, you can put it in there instead of Temporal Scythe just for fun. It hits way harder. But I think like for synergy for the team, this might be a little bit better, and it's more accessible because the Temporal Scythe is available in the Soulforge right now, and Sinister Reaper, you have to pretty much have Pandemonia. Take blue or green early. We're 50% starting our Haunted Doll with Geomancer class. It's our mana generator. Blue and green. There she is. Got a brown extra turn, might as well. Let's do Haunted Doll. She terrors everybody. She heals to full. She gets up quick and does good mana gen. Alright, our Temporal Scythe's almost up. This thing is going to hit enemies pretty hard and then maybe get an extra turn by turning all red gems to Hourglass gems. Didn't get an extra turn that time, but it does a lot of the time. Kind of just casting it when you're finishing the enemies off. I'm having trouble here finding the door on this first dragon. Or the dragon. I can't find anything. Anyway, so Haunted Doll is your main mana generator. You're 50% starting it with Geomancer. It only needs 8 mana. And it's going to explode a ton of purple, terror the whole enemy team. It's got 45% chance to dodge, 25% spell. I like it. Mydnight Queen's here just because, like, nothing else really fit. Turns red to purple, blue to Doomskull. Make sure you only cast her if you have alignment and you get an extra turn off her spell. She does inflict terror on a random enemy matching 4 or more gems, though, so she's helping even when she's not casting. Temporal Scythe hits all enemies hard and then maybe gets an extra turn. That's nice. And then Fire Lion uses red and yellow, which we're not using yet. And it also converts green to purple, aka Terror Gems. So I'd only cast this if the green to purple was an extra turn. So pretty fun, pretty cool. And, you know, there's no mythics, and the weapon is available in the Soul Forge, so it's the only team I did. And there you go. Mydnight's starting to grow on me. Haunted Doll's starting to grow on me. Like, Archdruid Blackwood's starting to grow on me. Like, I used to, like, not like Mydnight very much. Temporal Scythe, Sinister Reaper. It's getting some pretty good troops. Has Void Dragon, right? Ossifer. Starting to get pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for this one. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is gonna be, I don't know, Friday, I guess? I think Friday. And then we have a chatathon Sunday, so hopefully I can see you there. Anyway, have a good one. I'm out. Peace. Alright, I did it. It was, okay. I never, like, screw up horribly to where I have to, like, redo the whole thing, but I could always do it better, I guess. I think I forgot to show, like, a team code, maybe. That's alright. I should probably get that thing out. Anything else from you guys? I don't really pay attention to the chat while I'm making the video. Alright, no problem. Cat, have a good day. Runetheus, yeah, you could do Runetheus. No problem, Crow. Good to see you, bro. Kyle, follow my last free-to-play start over. I'm coming back after 6 years. Any tips? Oh, I don't know, man. Go watch my new account playthrough. Coming back, man. It's always hard to, like, help somebody that played and then they took a long break and then they came back. There's so many things that are different now, and it's hard to know, like, when you quit playing and stuff like that. I mean, I can just, like, tell you what I tell beginners, I guess. I don't know, man. Mastery, remember? You probably already have all your mastery weapons, though. It's, like, the first thing I tell beginners. Get into a guild as soon as possible, right? Like, you already probably know this. Because being in a guild is one of the best things you can do in the game. Buy the Death Knight armor if you're going to buy anything. Buy the Death Knight armor as soon as possible. It's only 20 bucks. If you're ever going to spend a single dollar on this game, you should buy the Death Knight armor. Get into a guild as soon as possible. Turn the game up to 4 times speed as soon as possible. You know, mastery, make sure you do it in the right order to get the good weapons first, like Mountain Crusher and Black Manacles and Golden Cog and all that. Underworld is super important early game as soon as you can get to it, because there's really good legendaries down there that'll, you know, get your Rowan team going, of course. That's going to help you in the Underworld. So, you know, Rowan, Clockwork Sphinx, Golden Cog, Leprechaun, Mirashi Queen. Underworld, super important early game to get Queen Beatrix and Gobtruffle and Harpy Mage and Gargoyle and, you know, all that good stuff down there. That's just easy to get, and you don't have to wish upon a star and have a bunch of keys. But what has changed in, like, recently, we got Kingdom Prestige instead of Kingdom Level and Power, so it's all now, like, one system. We get crystals instead of books and writs and deeds. What was the update before that? PvP had an update at some point. where it's not like the 3 battles a day anymore. It's like the Citadel Wars and like Burning Marks and Gold Marks and Immortals and all that. We got Underspire now, which is really, really good to play. It's got really good guaranteed rewards. Like, the stuff I stress is like guaranteed stuff that everybody can get. A to B to C to D. Underworld, Underspire, Immortals, Dragons. Like, some of your first mythics now are going to be Immortals and Dragons from eggs. It's crazy. And then your first legendaries are going to be awesome Underworld legendaries like Queen Beatrix, Miraji Queen, and Shoggoth, and Magma Dragon, and Great Worm. Vault events, they're once a month right now still, so Vault event heavy. Vault event heavy. The way you should play the game, honestly, if you're like in mid-game, you do adventure board, XP booster, dungeon, you know, guild event. Depends what day it is, but like on a Tuesday, you'd want to do your faction event. And then like Underspire, you should get 1 dragon a day. PvP, you should do your Citadel Wars, probably your Monolith battles, Gold Mark fights, at least. I don't really think Explore is that good anymore. I haven't played Explore in a long time. There's just too many orbs in the game now and too many Vault events that you don't really need to explore too much except for during the Vault event. Pets are important except for during the Vault event. If you see a pet you don't have, definitely run the pet rescue, but during Vault events you should skip them. There's Astral Spire now. Like, you get every day, like, you're getting Star Stones in the adventure board, right? And you can spend those in this thing right here. But you get stats and capstones and stuff. You should get the magic first, because you use magic in everything you do all the time. So it's smart. So, you know, you do the purple one and the yellow one first, because there's all kinds of magic in there. And same thing with kingdoms. You want to level up magic kingdoms first, because magic's the most important stat in the game. I don't know. Not sure what else to say. Buy up to the weapon and events. Whatever the event of the day is the most important thing you could be doing any day. Play the game in a way where whatever thing is not going to be there soonest is the first thing you do. So almost like sometimes pet rescue is the most important thing because it's only there for 45 minutes, so you better do it now. But sometimes it's the dungeon because the Monday dungeon's not going to be there on Tuesday. Sometimes it's the adventure board because the adventure board, Monday adventure board's not going to be there on Tuesday. But like Explorer's always going to be there. You can do that whenever. Epic Trials is going to be there all week. You can do it anytime this week. The Guild event's going to be there all week. You can do it anytime this week. You know, PvP, you only have Citadel Wars for one. You know, you got to do that every, you know, kind of daily because it won't be there tomorrow. It's kind of how I play the game. Events are the most important thing, whatever event of the day is going on, and then, like, figure out what's not going to be there the soonest and do that first. And there's, like, a Monday version, a Tuesday version, a Wednesday version, a Thursday version of certain things. Just because there's a dungeon tomorrow doesn't mean, like, you shouldn't do the Monday dungeon. There's a Monday dungeon, a Tuesday dungeon, a Wednesday dungeon. There's a Monday adventure board, a Tuesday adventure board. So you don't want to miss the Monday adventure board or the Monday dungeon. Just because there's a dungeon tomorrow. It's the Tuesday dungeon tomorrow. It's not the Monday one. I don't know. I hope that helped. But if you hang around and you come to all the streams and you watch the new account playthrough, you should know what's going on. Just come to all the streams. I stream on Monday and Friday at 10:30 a.m. EST. You already got Death Knight? Okay, good. Crow says, quick question. What is the fastest way to get Lover's Card? I know the last time you first got it on a new playthrough was Vault. I got Tesla and still can't get Lovers for Wanda Stars. Yeah, Vault pretty much, Crow. You got to play the Vault super heavy, get as many Vault keys as you can, and then that's where you're going to get the Lovers, is when you're opening your Vault keys. It's the only place you can get it is out of Vault keys. So the fastest way to get Vault keys is the Vault event. You know, best practice in a Vault event is Explore 1 with your fastest team. You know, run gaps. If you don't have a gap, go get gaps. And once you get a gap, run the gap. And don't be fiddle farting around in PvP or Explore 2, 3, 4, 10, 12. You know, do Explore 1 with Ironhawks or Rowan. That's literally the simplest way to put it. If you're doing anything else, you're just being a contrarian and fiddle farting around. Like, come on. Don't be stopping to do pets. Don't be doing other game modes. Like, if your main goal is to get the lovers, you have to get as many vault keys as possible, and the best time to do that is during the vault event. So make sure you're doing the vault event super hard during the vault event. Explore 1. Go get gaps. As soon as you get the 4, as soon as you can craft a gap, run it. And then once that gap is over, go get another one. As soon as you can do it, run it. When it's over, if you don't have one, go get another one. And it's all Explore 1. I mean, there's definitely, like, which kingdom should I do? Like, I'll tell you all that stuff when it's the vault event, but don't open your vault keys during the vault event, because it doesn't help anything. It just wastes your time, where you could be getting more vault keys. Don't do pets during a vault event, because that's just wasting time, once again, where you could be getting more vault keys or verses. You know, do the right kingdom and stay in the same kingdom. Don't be jumping around to different kingdoms. Like, kind of stay in the same kingdom with the same team. You don't stack gaps to the moon. You don't stack vault keys to the moon. You use them. And then once the vault event's over, then you open all your vault keys, and that's when you're going to get the lovers. And it's just getting harder and harder because they keep adding more and more tarot cards. So the sooner the better. It's only going to get harder to get the lovers because they're just going to keep adding more tarot cards and make the drop table bigger and make it harder to get. So the sooner you go hard in the vault event, the better. Try to get, you know, if you're a beginner, try to get at least 100 vault keys, mid-game 200, in-game at least 300. Like, that's the bare minimum. If you don't get 100 as a beginner, you're just slacking. If you don't get 200 as a mid-game player, you're slacking. If you don't get 300 as an in-game player, you're slacking. And you should, in-game players should be getting probably 500 plus. Mid-game, you should probably be getting 300 plus, and beginners could potentially get 200 plus. But I'm just saying bare minimum. Beginners should get 100, mid-game 200, in-game 300. Or you're not playing right, or you're not going hard enough or something. Bratwurst, let's go! Alright, y'all, I better get out of here. It's just because I don't have too much time. I still got to make a video, and Mrs. Cindy gets off in like an hour. So, I mean, I still got to put out the video. But I love you guys. This was amazing. Great, great, great. We had arguments. We had ranting. We got lots of support. The train went to the freaking gas station. That was awesome. So appreciate y'all. Hope to see you on Friday. If I can stream again at some point, I will. I'll let you know. But Mrs. Cindy's off all week, so it's going to be hard. I'll have to kick her out to stream. But I'll see y'all. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace. Thank you so much, Kat, Anita, Chad.